Hey everybody, Brian here, and today I've got a exciting announcement to share. But first, hey Chris, hope you're having fun on your vacation. Looking forward to having you back. This week has been nuts. Tons of games have come out, and this vlog isn't really about all of that. Just for the fact is, I think I'm living my childhood dream of wondering what it would be like when I had all these amazing games to play. What would I pick? And turns out not always the best, because it's like I want to play all of it, but adulting gets in the way. Anyway, so the special announcement is Julie and I are actually expecting our third child. This is really exciting. We're both very thrilled about this fact, and yet Annie, who is our youngest, she is no longer the youngest, so we're very happy to be able to share that with each and every one of you. The workforce is getting larger any which way, either whether you hit subscribe or we have more kids with that. Anyway, this has been a really crazy week. I don't know if you can tell, but I've been fighting off a cold, especially in any of my videos, so I still feel a little bit congested. And as typical the blog, I want to go ahead and put 7 minutes on the clock and really sit down and talk to you guys about anything and anything. English, not the best language for me to speak. So last time, in the last vlog, Chris pretty much talked about kind of who he is and what he studied, where he went to school, etc. And so I don't know if everybody knows that. And occasionally I do get those questions about what I do for a living. And at the end of the day is I started my own company around this time last year, probably, I think actually about in a month. There was actually a vlog, we did that last year as well, around it, saying that, you know, I have left my previous position and I am venturing out into the unknown. And so I've been doing that since that time. And I'm so far doing really well. It's business is good, but it's been really busy. The last couple weeks have really kept me extremely busy, and just doing software coding. That's websites, custom applications, all that. Really, I really enjoy it. I find it really interesting, and because that kind of ties into the channel is that I actually went to school and studied video game development and design. I ended up going a little bit of that at the University of North Texas, here in North Texas. But before that, I actually went to St. Gregory's University for my undergrad. I actually am wearing their sweater that I got from my mother-in-law for Christmas. And the reason I'm bringing them up is that, unfortunately, they're no longer open. Their last semester concluded with the fall semester. We got this news like in December, and it was just like, it was really disappointing. I say that with a smile, because if you guys have been around, I smile too much. But learning that, like, the school that's been open, you know, since 1800s, it was like says it here, 1875, and they're closing. And they've been, you know, a high school, and then they were like they had an associate's program, and then when I went through, they were a full-blown university with a 4-year program. And I you know, have obviously since graduated and have left the university. And then this news just dropped on us this last year, and it was crushing and sad. And then to learn that, you know, it probably could have been avoided. It sounds more like just a mismanagement of funds. They lost approval for a particular loan, and that's ended up what did it, and what ended up, you know, having them forced to close. And so for the graduating class of 2017, fall is the last graduating class of my you know, my university, one that I consider myself obviously an alumni to. So this is just, you know, this was disappointing. I was thinking about like to make a video on it at some point, usually around that time, but it really didn't fall into anything we were doing, and we didn't have the vlog at the moment. So I was like, well, so I thought today would be a good time to talk about it. So I spent 4 years there. I played baseball there on a baseball scholarship up until my senior year. I ended up hurting my rotator cuff, and then it ended up hurting to throw a baseball. So I was on the team. I think I was honorarily on the team, having spent 3 years there. And then I ended up getting a technology scholarship. I kind of just offset the cost from my baseball scholarship into technology, because I wanted to work with computers. So I loved programming, loved it then, still love it now. I've gotten a lot better at it. And then after that, I went to UNT and studied game design. It was the reason why I'm not in game development is because there was a game called Halo 2 that came out, and there was a documentary that came along with it. And pretty much to get that game released, they locked Bungie up for like 9 months. Like, they were like, okay, we got to finish this game. So they had a huge party with their families, and then they just said, hey, bye family. And then they went into the office and worked until the game was released. And at the time I wasn't married, and I knew I wouldn't be a family man, hence having another baby. And I just like, this doesn't really jive with what I want in life overall. Because a career is good, but it isn't who I am. It's never going to be who I am. You know, people are like, oh, you're a YouTuber. It's like, no, I'm Brian. It's just, this is something I do. Software engineering, it's just something I do. It's a skill that I've developed, and thankfully I'm actually can use to provide for my family. But it was actually Halo 2 that pretty much said, well, I'm going to parlay this because I've already been doing software development and went into you know, programming, and I ended up going in through healthcare, got a job at one of the hospitals here in DFW, and then got, you know, promoted, and then jumped, you know, all the whole things that you do as you come up, and ended up developing, I guess, a set of skills. So that's what I do. Like when I'm not obviously on camera or playing a game, I spend time with Julie and with Maddie and Annie, and I've been teaching, well, not teaching, but dancing with Maddie while Julie makes dinner sometimes in the kitchen at night, and that's really enjoyable. These are just little things that I think you got to try to find as much joy in the world as possible. I try not to read the news. Julie does feed me with the news, so I feel like I'm somewhat informed, but it can bum me out and depress me for the most part. Video game news is always seemingly to be exciting, and there's a lot of stuff that has come up this week that I just have not had the time to sit down and really kind of flesh out my thoughts on it. You know, there's EA, Valve, rumors that Microsoft might be buying them. So I've been doing some research on the fact, because I would like to try to put together, you know, some kind of content that I think makes sense or that I could add on to the conversation. And if I can't, then I won't. There's hundreds of video ideas that I've got like on a notepad of like, oh, this would be interesting, or this would be a cool way to edit this, or maybe I can get this in an interesting way. And it's always interesting to see for me, you know, when something comes back, because I'll like write it down, I'll put some research into it, and then it could be a couple months later that I come back around and I'm like, hey, here's the topic that I was thinking on for a while, you know, because I'm a nerd and all, but that's great. A couple other questions I get asked, like, so people have been saying I need a new hat, and so I told Julie actually made this, so I was kind of teasing. I was like, sure, I'll tell her in her immense amount of free time helping me take care of 2 kids to make me another, but she does. I do feel like it is a compliment that people seem to recognize it. And then also somebody asked if I work out, like on the last vlog I did, and I do. I'm a part of a program called Camp Gladiator here in the DFW area. I thoroughly enjoy it. I have not been going as much. I've been running, and I haven't. I had a goal of 50 miles for this month, and I did not hit it due to getting sick. And so I hope that I can resolve to hit my new running goal in February and really try to live a healthy gamer life cycle, because that makes sense. And with that, my watch is buzzing at me that it's been 7 minutes. So thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed any insight into the lives of the people here behind Work to Game and what we do here on YouTube. So I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you. Let me know if you got any questions in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. It sounds like Annie's waking up, so I better go do what I do. Take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the end screen credits with a dancing Gooboo. Thanks so much for watching this video. We hope you subscribe to the channel. You could do so by clicking somewhere on this screen with a face of these 2 gentlemen, and you could see me kind of sneaking around there. Yes, that's right. I'm your illustrious host, Chuck, mastermind of it all. These guys work for me. You should totally subscribe because I've got them working really, really hard. Yes. But anyway, I'm a good boss. Anyway, guys, I don't really know how to end this. I'm not really used to being on camera. Either way, subscribe. We hope you do. Otherwise, have a fantastic Gooboo day.